Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Achua. In this video, I have a comparison amongst three fragrances, heavy strawberry forward, candy fragrances, including Armaf Odyssey Candy, Yara Candy, and then Bint Hooran Rose Passion. And the good thing is all these three fragrances, I have this decant of the Yara Candy and the Odyssey Candy from Armaf here, which was sent to me by Tel's Perfume GH. And I bought the full bottle of Rose Passion from Bint Hooran, that I have already done the dedicated review. I will link it in the description in case you have not seen it. These have been likened to the same fragrance, Yara Candy. Supposedly or apparently, this was likened to be a dupe of it, whilst Odyssey Candy has also been said to be a dupe of it. And I remember having about 3 or 4 people requesting that I do review Odyssey Candy, but there's a time for it. So let's see if they smell alike in any way, or if indeed Rose Passion, Bint Hooran, and then Odyssey Candy are indeed dupes of Yara Candy. So before I start, let me just give you a brief, thought about how I feel about Yara Candy, which includes the following notes: blackcurrant, gardenia or blackcurrant, green tangerine, strawberry fizz, gardenia, yes, and then vanilla, amber, sandalwood, and then max at the base. When I smelled this, I did like it, or I do actually like Yara Candy. I will not lie about this at all. However, I just feel like it's been quite overhyped with the how it was portrayed to be a very unique scent, a Lattafa original. I don't find anything super original about this. There are so many things I can really associate with this fragrance, including a lot of body mist and even the OG Yara itself, that creaminess of the OG Yara, I sort of find in this one as well. Just that this one is like strawberry forward, but it doesn't even give me that typical gummy vibes that the fragrance was marketed as. To my nose, it doesn't give me a typical gummy vibe, but it gives me a very creamy like vanilla, gardenia, and then strawberries. It is quite nice, but I think it was quite overhyped considering how it was described, in the launch and everything. It was fun and everything, but yes, I do enjoy this, but that is my thought about it. When it comes to Odyssey Candy, which also has the almost a similar note, but more floral, which includes the notes of strawberry, raspberry, peach, bergamot, geranium, jasmine, amongst others. And this, to my nose, amongst the three, I would say this is my least favorite, simply because this one doesn't give me anything like a realistic candy scent. I tried it. As a matter of fact, this is the second time I'm doing this video. The first time I did, I think I was a bit harsh about this, and then reconsidered how I should just frame everything so that I don't offend anyone. So this is my second time filming this because of Odyssey Candy. I really am not a fan of this. It doesn't even remind me remotely of anything candy, anything strawberry, anything peach, anything raspberry, if anything at all. I'm getting like a heavy presence of geranium, and geranium can come off as a bit, off-putting for the most part if it's not done well, and even masculine leaning to some points. And a green, sort of, unique one. I would say unique is the word I want to use this one, use on this Odyssey Candy. It's not giving me the typical sweet, girly, fun one. There is very little sweetness to this, very little sweetness. It has a very weird synthetic, smell to me that I find quite difficult to describe. I'll be lying if I told you I'm smelling strawberry, peach, raspberry, and all those things. I really am not getting any of that. If anything at all, maybe peach, like an unsweetened peach, quite, I don't know, like it's very synthetic smelling, and it doesn't smell like Yara Candy in any way to my nose at all. It doesn't give me the sweetness I was, anticipating. It doesn't give me anything fruity. The floral here is like quite, I don't really like this one, and I would say it is not your typical girly, fun, fruity one, at least to my nose, to my nose. And when it comes to Bint Hooran Rose Passion. This one has the notes of green mandarin, black currant, strawberry candy, gardenia, sandalwood, vanilla syrup, and max. And the note structure for this one is like so much closer to Yara Candy. This, when I did a review, I said I really do like this one, considering the fact that it's like a fun girly fragrance, with the you get the strawberry, but you don't get anything like it's a fun girly strawberry vanilla scent. When I compare this to Yara Candy, I can really say Yara Candy or Bint Hooran Rose Passion was indeed inspired by Yara Candy. At the time I did a review, I had not sampled this. That is why I couldn't make the connection. But after having this, I can attest to the fact that they really do smell very identical, maybe around 95% identical. However, the difference between these two is the fact that Yara Candy comes off as a bit more vanillic, creamy, to my nose with the gardenia, whilst Bint Hooran Rose Passion is more on the effervescent side. This one feels a little more effervescent, a little more sparkly, although it doesn't have anything champagne or sparkling. It sort of gives me that sparkliness of Care Fusion, and I remember mentioning that in my previous review for this. That is what this one gives me. However, it gives me a very similar feel with the strawberry, the gardenia. There's a greenness to this that I get in the OG Yara Candy as well. I'm eliminating the Odyssey Candy because it doesn't smell like any of these, too in any way. So that is why I'm not talking about it or comparing it anymore. I've eliminated it from this comparison. It's between Yara Candy and then Bint Hooran Rose Passion now, which are very identical, about 95% to my nose from the beginning to the mid to the dry down. It's going to give you an exact same feel experience, just that this one is more effervescent and more sparkling, and you get like a more of a sweetness. Like this one feels a lot sweet, like a more gummy sweet with sweetness to this. Whilst although I get a sweetness to Yara Candy, it is not as sweet, I don't know, it's sweet, but this one feels like slightly so sweeter than Yara Candy and a little more effervescent and sparkly, that sparkly touch is there, whilst in this one I don't find this. I don't also find the gummy touch in this one as heavy as I find in this, but to my nose from the beginning to the mid to the dry down, these two are very identical. If you have Yara Candy, you don't need Bint Hooran Rose Passion and vice versa. They smell very fun and girly. There's nothing like a serious, serious sort of vibe to it. They are very everyday, everyday sort of, everyday signature scent. For some, I would even go to the extent and say it doesn't give me like anything like matured vibes. It can cut across a whole lot of age range, from teenage to whatever age that you feel comfortable wearing your fruity, girly, fun, fragrances. It's more of the summer vibes, it doesn't give me anything thick, rich, intense. Both of these don't give me anything thick, rich, intense. They give me fun, everyday, mass appealing compliments, ones. That is what these two are going to give me. If you are still finding it difficult to assess Yara Candy, I would say, why not Bint Hooran Rose Passion? They will give you an exact same feel, if you want something more sweeter, much more effervescent, then it's going to be this one, and the price for this is a little lower than the OG Yara Candy as well, but it is a dupe, it is a dupe for it, to my nose. Although this one gives me that, effervescence, sparkliness, that I find in a fragrance like Care Fusion, for example. So, in a nutshell, these three fragrances, Bint Hooran Rose Passion, Yara Candy, and then Odyssey Candy from Armaf, Odyssey is the odd one out, Odyssey Candy is going to be the odd one out because it doesn't smell like any of these three in any way. There is nothing candy-ish, you know, to my nose. It doesn't give me feminine, fun, flirty, you know, it gives me more masculine, if anything at all. It's like more masculine from the dry down, and it's also very linear, you know, it's very linear. It doesn't change from the beginning to the dry down. The Odyssey Candy, whatever you smell from the beginning, I thought I was going to get something like for it to dry down and develop, you know. Trying it for 2 straight days, I still maintain whatever I got from the beginning till the end, you know. So it's very linear. These two, on the other hand, sort of, you know, change a bit, you know. They start off like more sweeter, but as they dry down, they become a little more creamy. Yara Candy and this one, they become a little more creamy, you know, and a more of like a creamy strawberry gardenia feel, whilst the Candy Odyssey doesn't really develop or change throughout its wear, you know. So yeah, longevity wise, I'll say these two are both like at par. You're going to get around 4 hours on skin, you know, but it's not like going to be like super beast mode or filling up a room, but you're going to get like a good 4 hours on skin, you know, like a nice scent bubble around you, and on clothes it lasts like at least 12 hours plus, you know, that you can smell, but still not going to be a beast mode, you know. Smell me before you see me fragrance, you know. And that is going to be about Yara Candy, Bint Hooran Rose Passion, and then Armaf's Odyssey Candy. And I hope this video found you well. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in my next one. Take care. Bye bye.